I said to her, no, mister, nothing is happening to me. But she just looked at me and said, you really need to look at your face. So she took me straight to the washroom. I saw that I had these bright red marks all over here, and my eyes were completely bloodshot and red. Later on, they showed me the security footage from the office recording, and in it, I saw myself physically lashing out and hitting every single person in the office, even my own seniors. The strange thing is, we were just sleeping completely normally before that, just chatting about random things. After that, we started feeling a bit sleepy, and then I slowly started drifting off and losing consciousness. At that time, your face looked so terrifying that I couldn't even make eye contact. I was talking with my eyes lowered. Then she said, none of this is mine. I'm being forced to do it, and if I don't, they'll kill my children.
You were possessed by jinns for months. Are you sure this isn't Stranger Things?
I wrote it in such a way. I haven't seen Stranger Things, which is why I got scolded.
She said, for 3 months I was crushed in a fictional town world.
All my friends say, man, you've committed a sin. You haven't watched it.
What's the deal?
I wrote it like that, but actually, what happened was that I got a job. My residence is on the intermediate recruit list.
Awesome.
I used to be in North Karachi from morning till night, right from the start.
That's right.
So I barely attended college for less than a month. But I had an office job at night time. It was at the AK site, so my duty was there. I went to the office and sat down. We had a break at 1:05. My two friends were with me. I told both of them, let's go outside and grab something to eat. It's just 2 minutes away. But they said, we're a bit busy right now. Can you wait a little? That's when I started feeling unwell.
Whenever this specific situation occurs, in the real world, you will certainly notice the difference.
I get cravings. In the past, I found myself constantly and intensely craving all sorts of incredibly spicy food, often seeking out the hottest peppers and most pungent spices available to satisfy a deep burning desire for that unique, fiery kick that only truly heat packed dishes could provide to my palate during every single meal I ate. The distance from here is about 15 to 20 minutes. If we say it's within walking distance, then by bike we reach in 15 to 20 minutes, and on foot it takes us half an hour. So it's just 5 minutes away from the hospital. They said, okay. Whenever I go out, I always keep my father's and one of my friend's numbers in my bag with me because I have a heart condition. Everything was done, my IV drip was attached, and I had lost consciousness.
How did you get there in 5 minutes?
So this is how it happened. It just continued like that. We were actually quite normal, and even I had no idea what had happened. I didn't know anything. I just thought I was making excuses, that I was just feeling unwell as usual. He brought me home. At home, someone from his office called and said, it's been 4 hours since Ibrahim. We were at home, resting, and then his. Within the walls of the quiet home, there sat a young boy all by himself, and as Nabat stood there observing him in the stillness of the room, she felt a sudden wave of deep sorrow wash over her, leading her to breathe out a long and weary sigh before finally uttering the word alas with a voice that was heavy with the weight of her own unspoken regrets and the profound sadness of the moment.
It has finally taken place after all this time, exactly as we had anticipated it would eventually happen in the end.
Honestly, I felt a somewhat bit overwhelmed.
After lying down comfortably for a moment,
Within just 5 short minutes, the emergency responder finally arrived on the scene. The critical question everyone had been asking was, would he actually be able to arrive within those 5 minutes or not?
absolutely everything.
Did you talk to him? He said everything, and then after that I continued. The next day I went again. When I went the next day, Abdullah and the others, when I regained consciousness, after I regained consciousness, Abdullah and everyone else were worried, standing outside the office. The entire office was standing outside, and only one of my friends was standing in front of me, and I was right in front of him. So I asked him, Abdul Rahman, what happened? He said, Ibrahim, what happened to you? I said, I didn't even realize what happened. He said, they showed me the office recording, and I was hitting everyone in the office, even hitting my seniors.
You were hitting them?
I was hitting my seniors.
Are you joking or what?
No, no, I am being completely serious. It happened in a really bad way. And they all held me down together, and I had visible marks all over my neck and marks on my hands from being restrained so forcefully. But all those people, purely out of their own fear, just left the office. My seniors, my colleagues, everyone went outside and abandoned me there. This kept happening. Every little while, something would happen to me, and I would start fighting. My friends.
Hey, brother, if I've ever upset you after today,
No, now everything is normal. It's been 6 or 7 months since that happened.
6 or 7 months, so it's still pretty recent.
Yeah, man, it's been 6 or 7 months and things are still normal now.
I'm just going along, but when you used to get into fights, did you say anything? What was it that you said?
All right, then, at this point in time, when they. The background music continues as we recall that Molvi Sahib's name has been previously mentioned in our discussions. He is known as Mufti Obaidullah, and you can currently find him located in room 11A, situated within the Siddiq-e-Akbar Mosque complex.
It is just me.
They took me to him, he recited something over me, and after reciting, he said that I was possessed again. I threw a glass at Mufti Obaidullah. He got so startled by it that he said, "Take him out of the mosque. I can't do anything for him." We've always respected Mufti Obaidullah a lot. He's a very good-natured person and doesn't take a single rupee for any treatment. He's treated many people, but I must have been with him for only 10 minutes before he said, "Take him out." Which is very common. He told us that at Andamore there is someone they call an alim or amil. He suggested we take me to him. Maybe he could solve my problem. So we went to Andamore and there we met this amil. He told us to bring 1 kilo of meat and an item of clothing that I had worn and to bring it with us.
Right?
The next day I took 1 kilo of meat and the shirt I had worn the previous night. He had a table in front of him, like the desks you see in madrasas.
Yes, the ones for writing amulets, sir.
And there were drawers and such underneath. I pulled and kicked him, my friends are telling me. I pulled and kicked him and he fell backward. When he said those words, there's nothing wrong with him, I pulled and kicked him and he fell back.
He suddenly got triggered.
He told me he felt very embarrassed. He also said that this can't be treated, there's nothing wrong with him, it's not something I can handle, nor do I know him.
He had reached his limit too. He said that
Yes, he had reached his limit too.
this isn't something that can be fixed by hand.
He said, "This is not something I can fix." After that, a lot more problems started. There's an interesting thing. It's strange. And even to this day, I don't understand it. I never experienced this at home. Never in front of
Both of their very dear and devoted parents.
in front of others. Even though I decided to go along with everything he suggested, it truly felt as if it were an absolute necessity at the time, almost as if the entire story had already reached its natural conclusion, and there was nothing left to do. Because of that feeling of finality, he eventually took me by the hand and led me all the way to the gathering of the congregation, where everyone was waiting for our arrival to begin the next chapter of what was to come for us all. We were sleeping at night and the electricity had gone out in the mosque. They had given us a room in the mosque, but we were sleeping outside in the courtyard. One of my friends, maybe he gets really scared of these things. Yes, he gets scared.
That's right.
He knew that these things happened to me. Now, in between, Abdur Rahman was lying down, and I was lying on this side of Abdur Rahman, maybe on that side, facing this way. And there is also. After that, Abdur Rahman says that this thing stayed with him for half an hour. And for that half hour, Shahid didn't open his eyes. He kept his eyes.
Eyes shut.
He stayed lying down just the way he was with his eyes closed. After that, Abdur Rahman, mashallah, didn't get scared at all.
That's right.
No matter what kind of difficult situation we found ourselves in, he was always the reliable person who would step in to handle everything for me. But this time around, he simply couldn't do it. Abdur Rahman reached out and held me tightly in his arms, refusing to let go. That man told him, "If your problem is with landing, then whatever difficulty you have, you should let me know, or I." Unclear mixed language, which means that I told that man, "Why are you choosing a unique privilege in the name of Allah in the Quran?" Unclear mixed language. That means it's a delayed tour. Everyone is getting worried. Take your film and go home.
A burst of laughter.
It's all messed up now. Okay, Foriza, okay? Grab the gas, catch the board. Tamara, show some courage. Let's go.
So, if we consider the Amshuk animals, then
This is even more interesting. You have to understand that with all of this that is currently happening around us, I am absolutely not the one who is responsible for doing it. In reality, they are the ones who are forcing me into this position and making me do it against my will. I am not personally doing any of this by choice, but they somehow managed to convince the kids to go along with their plan. After that moment occurred, I made a conscious effort not to look at anyone at all. I just kept my head down and focused on the ground. At that specific time, I really didn't pay much attention to the details of what was going on around me, so I didn't even bother to look up to see what was happening. After that, a voice came from within. There were multiple voices coming from inside. Someone said it was a woman's voice, someone said it was a child's. Abdur Rahman said that many voices started coming, and I got worried. Our leader was there, and he asked Abdur Rahman from behind, "Abdur Rahman, what's the problem? I'm hearing voices, sounds of commotion." Abdur Rahman replied, "There's no problem. Ibrahim and I are just talking." They went off towards the front. For the first time in his life, Abdur Rahman is telling that I. After that, the voice faded away, and then a strange old woman's voice started coming. She said, "If he doesn't kill him today," meaning me, Ibrahim, "if the eagle doesn't kill me, then we will kill the eagle's children." She said, "Are you Muslims? Would you agree to something like this, that even the children of a jinn should be killed? Because they too are Allah's creation." She said, "For me, though, my brother is more important." She said, "This is my friend, this is my brother." After that, we used to say that we would make our own bar there. I took out a small knife from my pocket, took out a small knife and placed it there. After that, Abdul Rahman said that I took the knife from him, took everything from him, and then I fainted. After that, I woke up before the Fajr prayer. Since then, this incident has not happened to me again. I don't know what all happened. Abdul Rahman said that since then, never again has anything like this happened to me.
no, I am very sorry to inform you, but unfortunately, that is simply not something we can do at this particular point in time.
Abdul Rahman took the knife from me, and after that, I fainted. I woke up at the time of the Fajr prayer before the Fajr prayer. After that, Abdul Rahman said that nothing like this has ever happened to me. I have never fainted or anything like that has ever happened.
So, did you or your friend Abdul Rahman ever debunk what it was that came over you, whether it was a jinn or something else? And what exactly did it all mean, and why did it happen? I mean, I really want to know whether it could have been actual magic or not. Is it possible that this could have been real magic?
I never suspected magic because scholars and healers we visited found nothing wrong. Even those who did suspect something had no solution.
It's been 6 months since this happened.
It's been 6 months, let me clarify. When it used to happen to me, that's when I would actually realize what was going on. I used to say that maybe I have some issue with taking medicine with Abdul Rahman, that's why I behave this way. But Abdul Rahman would say that he could even see through walls. Like, if someone entered one room and went into another, he would tell us about it.